Okay, participants, now there is another session. Welcome all participants. Now I want to talk about validity, especially in week 4. Our syllabus is related with the reliability, validity, scale development, measurement, etc. Now we have to start the concept of validity. We have already completed reliability. Now we want to discuss about validity. Yes, wait. I have to type the study material. Okay. Okay, you can see the definition of validity. Validity is the extent to which a test measures what it purpose to measure. That is known as validity. That means you have developed a scale. If you can use that scale to measure whatever you have wanted to measure, if your scale has the quality of that type, then the scale has a feature that is known as validity. Okay, that is the definition of validity. Validity is the extent to which a test measures what it purports to measure. That is known as validity. As we know, the two type of validity. First one is external validity. Then second one is internal validity. Then what is meant by external validity and what is meant by internal validity? As we know, external validity is some kind of generalization. That is known as external validity. In our articles, in our research works, you need not think about the external validity. You have to only think about the internal validity. You have to check the different type of internal validity using SPS software, AMO software, and statistical text, etc. And you have to write the result of internal validity in your research articles, in your PhD thesis, etc. But you need not think about the external validity, and you need not measure the different measures of external validity. Still, you have to understand what is meant by external validity. Otherwise, you should not have a clear picture about the idea like external validity. Okay, external validity, there are two types of external validity. One is population validity, second is ecological validity. Then what is meant by external validity? External validity refers to the extent to which the findings of a study can be generalized to different situations, individuals, and time periods. I may repeat again. External validity refers to the extent to which the findings of a study can be generalized to different situations, individuals, and time periods. That is known as external validity. Two type of external validity. One is population validity. Second is ecological validity. As I already said to you to that, external validity is some kind of generalization. If you can generalize the result, then there should be a quality like external validity. For example, first time I talk about the example, and we have to discuss about the population validity and ecological validity. In case of population validity, example, study conducted on college students, can result applied to all adults? That type of generalization is known as population validity. That type of generalization is known as external validity. That means you have conducted your study on a small group. If your result can be applied to a large group, that is known as generalization. Such type of generalization is possible using your developed scale. If the answer is possible, yes, there is external validity. That is the answer. Then population validity. Example, study conducted on college students, can result applied to all adults? If the answer is yes, then there is a quality like population validity. Then in case of ecological validity, ecological validity means you have conducted a test in your lab. That lab experiment can be applied to a real life situation. That is an example of ecological validity. That means you have conducted a test in your lab. In lab, you have conducted a test. that lab experiment result can be applied to a real life situation. If the answer is yes, then there is validity that is known as ecology validity. From the examples, I think you should have a clear idea about the population validity and ecology validity. Then what is the population validity? It is some kind of generalization of your findings. That means a sample. You have conducted a study on a sample. Then if that result can be applied to a large group, that means population. If the answer is yes, then there is a quality to your scale that is known as population validity. The ecology validity, for example, ecology validity, your study in a lab, your study is in a lab, or your study using a computer with a mouse, then that study result can be applied to a real life situation. If the answer is yes, then there's a quality that is known as ecology validity. That means your findings to study can be applied in the real world. If the answer is yes, then there is a quality that is known as ecology validity. Then from discussion, I think you should have a clear idea about the external validity. Then internal validity. What is meant by internal validity? Internal validity means cause and effect relationship. If your scale can measure the cause and effect relationship, if the answer is yes, then you have developed a scale as a quality that is known as internal validity. Okay, that is the definition of the internal validity. As far as the internal validity is concerned, I may show my screen to you. Wait, share. Wait, share. Okay, there are different type of internal validity. Then first face validity, second content validity, then construct validity can be classified into two: discriminant validity and convergent validity. Then criterion validity can be classified into three: predictive validity, concurrent validity, and post-predictive validity. Then first, face validity. Actually, face validity is the weakest form validity. It is a validity based on the expert review. It is a subjective type of validity. It is a validity based on the view of the expert. It is a validity based on the opinion of the expert. After the development of the scale, you have to send the scale to some expert or researchers. That means 3 or 5 expert. I already said to you that the two method to assess the face validity. First method, you have send your scale to 5 expert. For example, 5 expert. Otherwise, you can send your scale to scale means collection questions. You may send your collection questions to 4 expert. Then that expert will review about the clarity, relevance, comprehensiveness, appropriateness of the question included in your questionnaire or scale. Okay, then the expert will send the answers to you. The expert will send the reply to you like this: clarity, yes; relevant, yes; then comments, clear. Likewise, this. The expert will send a reply to you. From the reply, you can understand that whether the scale has face validity or not, whether the scale has weak face validity or strong face validity. If the scale has face validity, that from the expert reply, from the expert review, you can add certain questions or you can delete certain questions after that process is completed. That means addition or deletion of questions to questionnaire. After that process is completed, you can conduct the pilot study. That means before the pre-test of the scale, before the pilot study, you have to understand the face value of scale. If the and add certain questions or delete certain questions, based on the expert review, then you can conduct the pilot study. For pilot study, you can use non-probability sampling method. For pilot study, you can use non-probability sampling method. You may take at least 10% of the respondents. That means total number of sample size 400. Then please take 40. Otherwise, sample size 2000. Please take 200. That type of calculation is needed. Okay. I already told it to that two methods you can use to assess face validity. One method we have discussed. Then another method. Okay, and another method. Please send the questionnaire into two experts. Then that expert will mark like this. First expert A, second expert B. Then two experts have same opinion on certain questions. Then A. Then S no B. Then no S C. No D. Okay, for example, two experts have same opinion on 20 questions. S. Then AS B no, that 5. A no BS 10. A no B no 15. Then please compute PO, this equation. A plus D by A plus B plus C plus D. Then PS, you can see the equation there. Then P no, you can see the equation there. Then PE, you can see the equation there. Then K is known as Cohen's kappa index. Here you have got the answer, that is 0.4. If the answer is at least 0.6, then you can conclude that there is a face validity. Otherwise, you cannot conclude that there is a face validity. This is the second method. Okay. Then, if the face validity, as far as face validity is concerned, no problem. Otherwise, add certain questions or delete certain questions. You can conduct the pre-test, take 10% of the respondents. Any non-probability sampling method may be selected, and conduct the survey. And you should get the answer. Okay. Then on the basis of the answers collected, you have to assess different levels of validity. Apart from face validity, there are so many type of validity are there. You have to assess those validity. Then second validity, that is the content validity. Content validity also is a substitute type of validity. It is based on the expert opinion. Content validity, the extent that measurement instrument items are relevant and representative of the target construct, that is known as content validity. How can you check content validity? To check the content validity, this example, you can see 14 questions are there in your questionnaire. Please send those questions into some number of expert. Here, researcher has sent 14 questions into 8 expert. Then first question is sent to 8 expert. Then second question 8 expert. Then okay, the first expert say it is essential. Second expert say essential. Third expert say essential. First question is essential, their opinion. Fourth question say first question is essential. Fifth expert says that first question is essential. Likewise, sixth expert number 6 says that first question is essential. All experts have said that first question is essential. Then second question same, third same, fourth question same, fifth question same, sixth question same, seventh question same, eighth question same, the ninth question same, 10th question. First expert say the question is essential. Second expert says that the question is essential. Third expert says that the question is essential. Fourth expert says that the question is essential. But the fifth expert says that the question is non-essential. That is the point. Okay. There's no tick mark in the table. That means non-essential. Then please find a ratio. That is a ratio related with the content validity. ratio CVR is equal to NE minus N by 2 all divided by N by 2. NE, what is N by N here? Here you can see N is the number of panel members indicating essential. N means total number of panel members. That means N by 2 means total number of panel numbers by 2. Here you can see as far as question number 10 is concerned, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 panel members says that the question is essential. Then N is 7 minus N by 2 means 8 by 2, 4. That means 7 minus 4 by 4. That means 3 by 4. That means 0.75. You can see CVR. That is a ratio. Please find out the CVR ratio, content validity ratio. In case of first question, NE means 8. 8 experts says that that question is essential. 8 minus N by 2, 4 divided by 4. Then 8 minus 4 by 4 is equal to 1. CVR 1. Then it is the standard norms. If number of experts are 8, then minimum value 0.75. Here, minimum value 0.75. Then you can take question number 10. Question number 1, no problem. 1. If the answer is 1, no problem. If the answer is not 1, you have to understand the table and understand the minimum value. If the minimum value, you have got the minimum value, no problem. You can take that question. Otherwise, you cannot take that question. On the basis of content validity, you have to adjust certain questions and refresh your question again. Refresh your question again. That is the essence of content validity. Then face validity, you can add certain questions. Then you can add or delete certain questions. On the basis of content validity also, you can add or delete certain questions. After face validity, please conduct read test and collect data and understand the validity dimensions of your scale developed. If the content validity is not good related with certain questions, then please avoid that questions and please avoid the data you have already collected related to that question. That is the point. Okay. Then assess other type of validity measures. Certainly, we will discuss about other type of validity measures on tomorrow. Okay. Thank you. Stop share.